Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Michelle, and today I want to talk to you guys about the difference between tolerance and acceptance. So I was reading this book, which I'll link up above the books I read for June with my kids as well for LGBTQ Pride Month. This was one of them, Beyond the Gender Binary. And there was a specific part in here that I thought was very eye-opening. So I'm going to read just a small section of it for you guys. Tolerance is not the same thing as acceptance. Tolerance is always about maintaining distance. This is about something over there that doesn't concern me. Acceptance, on the other hand, is about integrating difference into your own life. This is about something that I am a part of, and I need to learn more to better help. True acceptance can be uncomfortable at first, precisely because it takes work. Unfortunately, many people would rather prioritize their own comfort over our livelihood. So the author is specifically talking about transgender people and that. And again, it's a wonderful book. See my review if you want to see the link above. But it made me really think. I think a lot of times we are taught tolerance, but not acceptance. And especially looking back at the year 2020 and so many things that really came to light that have always been there, like the systematic racism that has always existed. It came more to light, and it made me really think that, one of the issues I think we're having is we're teaching tolerance over acceptance. And I grew up in a house that taught tolerance over acceptance. I was taught it didn't really have much to do with me. That was those people's choices. Emphasis on, I was taught that a lot of it was choice. So example, take people who are gay. I was taught in my household growing up that that's a fine choice for those individuals, but in this house, it's just not what we do. Same thing with transgender. I was taught that's fine for someone else, but that doesn't affect us. That's not something we would encounter in our house. Same thing with interracial relationships. I was taught, again, that's fine for those people, that's the choice they make. But in this house, that is not something that is accepted. And it's not always blatantly to your face saying this is wrong. There's so many subconscious things that are done. And it really dawned on me when I was driving with my 8-year-old. She randomly asked, "Mom, can you marry someone that's a different color than you?" And I said, "Yeah, sure. You can marry whoever you love." And she said, "Well, could I marry someone that was black?" And I said, "Yeah, sure. Why wouldn't you be able to?" And she said, "Because nobody in the family has ever." And it took me back for a second because she's right. In my side of the family, there's no one that didn't marry someone that wasn't also white. And it made me really think, we have these generations upon generations teaching these things that outside this house, it's fine. You can tolerate those things. You can tolerate gay rights. You can tolerate interracial relationships. You can tolerate those things. But you're not truly accepting those things. You see those things as different from yourself or your family. When really acceptance is recognizing that you're part of it too, that you play a part in it. And definitely it's something I came to understand more as entering an adult. But here I am thinking I'm doing a wonderful job, keeping an open mind, teaching my children good values, I would think. And my daughter, all she has to do is look back at our family and be like, "Well, you say this, Mom, but obviously our family doesn't practice it." And that's a difficult conversation to have, but I think it's necessary. And that's one of the reasons, I do these social justice boxes, because like I've said before, it's difficult for me to facilitate some of these conversations sometimes because I'm not from that particular group being affected, but that doesn't mean I don't play a part in that group. So these boxes, and again, I have reviews on these, I'll link above. I buy these with my own money, I'm not sponsored or anything like that. But it really this is why we have to have those difficult conversations with our kids. Is talking about race relations easy with children? No, not always. But is it necessary? Yes. Because then we're just perpetuating the next generation of teaching just tolerance. That's that person's choice, but it doesn't have anything to do with you. You can tolerate that person, but you don't need to know anything about them. And it's so frustrating because, especially when we look back at 2020 and all the crazy things that happened in the pandemic, one of the things that really bothered me, and this might, offend people in the comments, whatever, I don't care. I'm not here for subscribers, I'm not here for likes, I'm here to talk about real things. The masking policy. I was completely for the masking policy. I'm still currently masked, even though I'm vaccinated, because my children are not. But one thing that really bothered me about that is, even if you totally took away all the science and you believe those masks did absolutely nothing, it still was a chance to be a symbol to everyone else that we are in this together, that we are going through this together. It's not about what's best for you or what you think and all that stupid stuff. It's not. It's about everybody. And one of the things, especially in the United States, that I think is a huge issue is this overemphasis on me. Like they say kids are egocentric. Man, have you met an adult in the United States who isn't more egocentric? This isn't about just me. This isn't just about my kids. It's about everybody. It's about making this world a better place, an equal place for everybody. So I think one of the issues we're seeing is, in generation after generation, they're being taught, that's fine for them, but not in this house. I was taught that. And whether or not I really thought about it, by not having these conversations with my children, these deep conversations about the social injustices in this world and how things are not equal for everybody, I would further perpetuate that idea that we all live in this kind of bubble where none of us, it doesn't affect us, so we shouldn't care. No, we should care because you know what? We're all humans. We're in this race together. So that's what I really wanted to talk about, because it was really eye-opening that, even at family get-togethers now, we're all adults, but my family members will think because we're just with family, they can say certain things. And I have to stand up and say, no, that's not right. That's not what we teach in our house. We teach acceptance of everybody. And, I get crap for it. I'm going to be completely honest. But it's what my children need to see that. They need to see me even standing up in front of family members saying, this isn't right. I don't care if it's that way in everybody else, in our part of the family. I don't care if that's what you were brought up to believe. That's not what we're teaching in my house, and it's not right. When you teach degrading another race, when you teach that someone's not equal because of the color of their skin, when you teach hatred for a completely different group, it's not right. So I really just want to talk to you guys about that and really think about, are we teaching tolerance of another group? Or are we teaching acceptance of another group? Are we teaching that this group is far away from us and there's not much to do? And that's one of the reasons I love this box, because within the box it gives you ideas of what you can do to help that group, to be a part of that group. So I think that's the point. That's what I want to get across, that we really need to focus on acceptance. We really need to focus on teaching our children the difference. We really need to focus on having these deep conversations, even if they're uncomfortable, even if it brings up past things in our families or our friends that are uncomfortable to talk about, because nothing's going to change unless we have these conversations. So thanks for watching, everyone.